Well, hello there, all you beautiful spirits, and welcome to another message from Sunshine for the Soul's Blue Ridge Tarot playlist. And we are looking at today, celebrating just for the fun of it, because the world is such a dark, kind of dreary place. I thought, why not have some fun for the month of October, get more into our inner child. Remember when we went trick-or-treating, how much fun it was to do that every year and plan out our costume. I still love to dress up for Halloween. It's one of my favorite things. So we're going to have some fun with these readings for all the zodiac signs, and the messages, you can intermingle them. Just because, you're an Aries sign doesn't mean that you won't find a message in Taurus. Go by the titling of what the message is and whether or not it may resonate with you. Now, we are using the Edgar Allan Poe Companion deck, which I introduced in the Aries Super Full Moon reading. If you haven't seen that, hop on over there and check that out. So I was very excited when I opened up this new deck. It's beautiful, and I really don't know a whole lot about Edgar Allan Poe. So as we're digging in here, we're kind of learning a little bit about who he was and what he was famous for, while getting the message out of the tarot cards for what it is maybe that we have some kind of fear in our life that we need to draw attention to or resolve. So we're just going to dig in and see what comes up. And I'm going to start off by pulling a classic horror oracle card. You guys, this is going to be really fun. Get yourself comfy, grab something to drink, whatever it is you do to relax, and let's have some fun for Friday the 13th. Dun dun dun. So here's a little bit of an introduction to Edgar Allan Poe. As I learned, you guys can learn with me if you don't already know this. So he was an American author, an editor, a writer, a poet, and a literary critic, and he hailed from Boston, Massachusetts. Now, he was born January 19, 1809. Now, that makes him a Capricorn sign. Just a little side note. Now, he died, or he transformed out of his physical body on October 7th of 1849, making him just 40 years old when he passed away. Now that's pretty young, but you have to think back to the time of when Edgar Allan Poe lived. It was right in the middle of the tuberculosis crisis. I mean, during the early parts of our country in the 1800s, your life expectancy, you got to be your 40s, you were an old man. So it doesn't really surprise me, but at the same time, that's still very young. He was a champion swimmer. He actually was a college dropout, and he published his first book at just 18 years old. He's best known, for his short stories and his poetry, particularly his tales of mystery and macabre. So macabre is that disturbing and horrifying involvement with just his depiction of death and injury. He saw the dark side, and instead of, being fearful of it, he kind of embraced the dark side, was able to be creative through it, which is very interesting. He is regarded as a central figure also of romanticism. So although he had this dark side, he was a hopeless romantic, and also he was into Gothic fiction. So I'm okay, what's not to like about this guy? Now, I know no rumors about him or anything to distort my opinion of him so far, so his death seems to be a little bit of a mystery, though. Most creative postmortems have suggested that Poe could have died from carbon monoxide poisoning, from spending too much time indoors, breathing in too much coal gas, but they did tests on his toenail clippings post-mortem, and the tests were inconclusive. But you think about their testing abilities in 1849, they weren't very good back then, were they? So there's been a mystery about how he actually passed away. Other possibilities include mercury poisoning, suicide, murder, cholera, rabies, syphilis, influenza, and a brain tumor. So, with all the mystery and the darkness surrounding his life, it's kind of funny how his death ended up being a mystery, falling right in line with everything about him. So one of his most popular writings is The Raven, poetic anthem, becoming popular at the time because nearly everyone had been touched by the tuberculosis epidemic in such a profound way. So he wrote Lenore, and he wrote The Raven during this time. And most people that were living in that period of time experienced paralyzing grief because there were so many deaths. Like, you could lose all your family members. So it was a really, really dark time for society, actually. So Poe is a literary master of, the dark romanticism, the macabre, and the grotesque. He embraced and used that energy of that darker side to be able to create. So through his pain, through seeing the suffering and the grief of that time, Poe created. Aside from exploring our shadow sides and shocking us with his contradictions, Poe believed that imagination could help connect us to the spirit world, says in the guidebook. Poe's stories and poems connect with and bring up what's blurred in the subconscious, or what we have called blind spots that we can see in our natal birth chart. So the choice, energy is fluid and ever changing. So as you listen to these fun messages for Friday the 13th, where we go a little bit on the dark side, take what resonates and leave the rest, knowing that you have free will and every life choice is yours alone. No matter what the cards reveal, you have influence over what future experiences you would like to have. Remember that. The purpose of these divinatory tools like tarot is to clue you in on what may lie ahead, people, events, or energies that could remain the same. So it's one timeline that you're drawing attention to. It's one energy you're looking at, but energy is fluid, so anything could change. So when you listen to tarot, you just have to really listen to it for an open mind and not look at it about its outcomes, but look at the messages that you find in the tarot. And Poe recognized that, and he utilized that. So I hope you enjoy this series, and we will see you over there, if you dare. All right, Aquarius, welcome to your Friday the 13th reading. So happy you stopped by to join me today. So we know that spirituality is the alchemy of learning to balance both the dark, the shadow side of ourselves with the light side. This is the yin and the yang, the duality that makes up our existence. Both are divinely created for us to explore. You can't have sweet without the salty, you can't have salt without pepper, and you can't have peanut butter without the jelly. Now, darkness is merely the absence of light, but equally a part of our reality. So we're asking the universe, for Aquarius and other signs listening, what part of us needs to change or transform to bring more balance into those yin and yang sides of us, the dark and the light. Now, I pulled for you the classic horror oracle called Book. Many of my readings, public and personally, have been having cards showing some type of book in a situation. The Babadook, directed by Jennifer Kent in 2014, is famously known for the quote, "You'll see him if you look." Now, books are portals that can take us to other worlds and let us inhabit the consciousness of the characters found in the pages. Just like tarot, we're telling a tale told by the tarot, just like the books, and it's a divinatory tool that we can use just like a portal to inhabit the conscious or unconscious part of us, blind spots that we cannot see. We see the stories and we learn lessons through the characters told by the tale of the tarot. But does the door open both ways? What or whom might we let in? Made manifest, a bad idea cannot be destroyed or denied. It will continue to pop up again. So by not changing, by nothing changing until we face it, this book may have allowed someone to see into a portal or into a timeline to understand a situation differently. So Aquarius, where in your life can we read between the lines and face what we see in the pages written in the book, tale told by the tarot? So we're looking at what this book can reveal to us. Now for you, I'm going to do something special. I'm going to do a 4-card spread called the Telltale Heart Spread, and its 4 cards reflect the 4 chambers of the heart. Now this spread will help you determine what your passion is and what holds you back from pursuing your true desire. So in this book, card number 1, we're looking at your challenge or your fear, and we've got the Star are in the reverse. This is divine feminine energy, not a gender. This is disappointment. This is having doubt that you can have your wish fulfillment. It's doubting or having false hope about manifesting your desires. This energy of believing you have missed an opportunity and you are not very confident in the outcome. So this is your challenge. This is correcting your mindset and believing that you can be successful. It's not looking at the negative aspects of what you're about to embark on or this missed opportunity that someone would like to correct. It's about looking at the positive, not holding burdens, the belief systems, or the trauma of past experience. It's walking in and having a new experience. So if the fear is that someone is going to have disappointment and they're not going to be able to have their wish fulfillment, their passion and what's driving them forward is the second card position, and we've got the Three of Swords in the reverse. So this is healing a heartbreak, making things right, releasing the pain, offering forgiveness, and optimistically wanting to communicate. So the challenge, the fear is that someone is going to communicate what's on their heart, and it's not going to have the ending that they want. It's not going to be the final chapter in the book that they desire. So you're passionate about healing the situation, and this character wants to reverse or clean something up. So I clarified Three of Swords in the reverse and asked, what kind of heartbreak is this? Is this about a missed opportunity in our career, about an adventure, a business venture? Is it about, an opportunity to travel? Or is this about an opportunity in regards to love? And I've pulled for you, Aquarius, Queen of Wands. Now this is energy, not gender. Toy poodle represents the shadow side that the queen tends to hide from the public. So she's got a shadow side, she's got a darker side. Everybody does. We know she's dynamic. She's someone in your life that's bold, charismatic, and very outgoing. You love making connections and thrive on networking. By collaborating with others, she realizes her goals. She creates and churns out of many ideas and juggles multiple projects at once. She's full of vitality and inspires others with her strength. Now, deep down, the Queen of Wands, she can have it all. She shows the world who she really is, and she will find success. Queen of Wands does have a shadow side and can show up when you're working on secret projects or making deals behind the scenes. So we asked, what was the passion? What was the heartbreak that happened? And it gave us that this heartbreak was a Queen of Wands. So this disappointment or this unfulfilled wish or desire that this character has, they found something in this book. It was a portal to seeing things differently, to realizing that in order to have change, that the heartbreak and the loss must be faced. So card position number 3, this is the catalyst. This is the driving factor of an individual wanting to passionately correct a heartbreak with a Queen of Wands. And it is the Two of Cups in the reverse. So what's driving this character to bring balance and healing to this missed opportunity is a divinely orchestrated connection. Two individuals at a masquerade, maybe they met at a party, right? This connection is being divinely protected. The catalyst is healing this situation, wanting to bring in peace, clarity to a separation, a divorce, or a breakup. There has been distrust resulting in this heartache. So now they want to heal this, and they want to bring it back into balance with this Queen of Wands that they consider their Two of Cups. So this is twin flame energy. This is soulmate energy. This is a soul connection that is very important that the universe is bringing into our sights today, Aquarius. So now let's look at card number 4, the final card in the spread. This is your path home, Aquarius, or if this is someone thinking about the Aquarius as the Queen of Wands, their path home is a character. Now we see a divine masculine energy, and he's in the Two of Pentacles energy. He's sitting at the cafe Bonbon with this book. Again, we see a book placed on the table. The server sits with two options available to the gentleman: the silver platter, or is he going to choose what's in the book? Does he want the story of the path of the silver platter, which is fame, or is he going to follow the path of the book, which suggests that he's looking at balancing versus overcommitment. There's two parallel themes that this divine masculine must choose with these two options. If he wonders if he's got the time for family, career, friends, an intimate relationship, he's questioning if he can find the balance. So feeling this overwhelming two energies that he's trying to make the decision between fame and whatever this book represents, he's really concerned about balance. Now he has the inclination for the bottle, quote unquote, as his answer to workload stressors and feeling overwhelmed. Maybe a little nip on the brandy, if you know what I mean. He appears to be a workaholic and is having to make a choice. He's having to choose a path to find more balance in his life. Does he go for the silver platter and take the path of fame, or does he choose the story posed in the book, which looks like a place that he suffered disappointment? It looks like a place where didn't have his wish fulfillment with a Queen of Wands. There was heartache, there was pain, there was loss. But the book has shown itself multiple times in this reading. Her divine masculine is trying to decide which path he'll take that feels like home, which path is honoring his heart, and which path he'll follow that is truly what he desires, that he wants to manifest. So spirituality, we saw in the beginning, is finding both balance with the dark and the shadow side of ourselves. So maybe the dark side is the side that wants, fame and power and to be looked at as someone grand, whereas maybe the book resembles a softer side of life, a divine feminine, a Queen of Wands, where he would find peace and harmony and passion. So only this divine masculine can make this choice on what it is he wants to manifest. And as the co-creator of the universe, his catalyst moving forward, if he can find it in his heart space to take the step forward, to make the choice to have a new beginning, this Friday the 13th shows that this divine masculine is having to embrace his dark side and see if he can't find balance. Now, Aquarians, if this resonated with you, typing 1111 in the comment section, claim this energy. This is your story, and that this divine masculine story with a divine feminine, possibly a twin flame, resonates with you. Liking, sharing, subscribing is another way to energetically transfer. That helps our community grow, and I so appreciate you hanging out with me today and listening to the tale told by the tarot. And we will see you at your next reading for Halloween, where we're going to follow up on this story, see what this book is, where this possibly leads, and what choice this divine masculine makes, trying to balance the darker and lighter side of himself. We'll see you at the next reading, if you dare.